Hey guys, it's me Zainab, and I'm sorry about the brightness. I tried to adjust it but all in vain because I'm really bad at technology and all this stuff. So anyway, today I want to talk about something that I really would love to write about, because this is something that I really want to discuss in words, like written words, but sadly I don't have that time right now. So I will try to write about it sometime in the future, inshallah. But it is just there in my head and I need to discuss it somehow, so I decided to make this video again. So I was reading today about the partition of the subcontinent, and I read a lot of names of men who have done so much for the independence of Pakistan, and who have done who have literally given us our country, and we get to hear about them and we get to read about them in our history books again and again. But what occurred to me is that I didn't even come across one single name in our history books that mentioned that woman in the subcontinent, or Muslim woman, or generally woman, did anything for the independence of Pakistan. Now, I'm not speaking about Fatima Jinnah here, because luckily she had the advantage that she was the sister of quaid-e-azam, so we know about her today. But what about the other woman? I mean, being a female and being a feminist as well, it is just unbelievable for me that women did not do anything for the independence of Pakistan at that time. I'm sure they must have done something, even though they were not as modern as we are today. They probably did not have as much freedom as we have today to speak up on political front, or in the forefront, or in a prominent way. They didn't have the ability to express themselves that openly, but I'm sure that they did something. They probably got together in each other's houses, discussed with each other what they could do, how they could help their men in getting us the separate state, or in the independence of Pakistan. I'm sure they must have done something. They must have struggled as well. But sadly, we never get to hear about that. All we get to hear is that there were women and there were children who were killed and all that. We know that. But what about the struggle that they did to help their men in the independence of our state? We don't get to hear anything about that. We don't get to hear the names of those people, and it is just so sad that we can't go back in history to get to know their names and write them down in our history books, because history is basically the thing that that builds the basis of a state's existence. It tells us about how we got here, and sadly no history books have the names of any of those women. At least I'm not aware of that. If there are, you should please comment below and let me know. But I'm just really depressed at this fact that how are we going to get to know about them now? And there's just no proof anymore, and the human mind asks for proof, and I'm sure that they have done so much, and we're not giving them the credit that they deserve. We get to hear a lot about quaid-e-azam, Allama Iqbal, and these people are the prominent ones that have done a lot, so we know about them. Then we also know about the a little bit less important ones, but still important ones, who have done a lot for us, like Sir Muhammad Shafi, or Abul Kalam Azad, and Shaukat Ali. There are various names of men who we know that they contributed a little bit in the formation of Pakistan, so they did something for the independence of our state. So we know them by their name. But when it comes to women, other than Fatima Jinnah, we never get to hear the name of any female who did something for Pakistan's independence. Now, I know that a lot of people will start thinking that even the Quran hasn't mentioned the name of any particular female, so that's okay. But the thing is, even if the Quran hasn't mentioned the name of those females who did a lot for the propagation of Islam, we still get to hear about them through Sunnah, through Hadith, through various scriptures that we get to know about them from. But we don't have any such basis or any such proof in our historical books that would tell us about the woman of the subcontinent who did something for the independence of Pakistan. And this is an issue that we need to think about, and maybe if we can, get a solution to this. Maybe if we all find some time someday, we can travel around and try to dig into history and find out at least a few females who did something for us, and give them the credit for it. That's all I wanted to say. Have a good day.